on the Robin Williams suicide.
It's a murder. It's a murder, flat out murder. It's obviously a murder. What does Rush say?
Rush just said, this illness, this rampant depression throughout the country, can be attributed to this liberal mentality of woe is me. Wah, wah, wah.
So he's putting a slant on. He's putting a neocon slant on the entire death of Robin Williams, just because his friend Obama doesn't.
Extreme, and I'm a fan of his work. Don't get me wrong, but I just thought it was kind of a broad brush. What are your thoughts?
It is an extremely broad brush, and I don't want to alienate the liberals who may vote for me in the coming election. I like liberals. I'm a social liberal myself.
I think there's some truth to it. I think there's some truth.
No, there's no truth to it. The whole country's depressed, both liberals and conservatives. We're not getting airtime to him. He's coming in here right now to talk, okay? No.
Man, everybody's all fired up, Dave. You see, when you unleash the rod, everybody gets all twisted up, man. People love him. More people want to murder him.
Rodney, you've always been a big contributor to our show over the past 8 months. So don't think for a second. Our 6-year show would have never even survived had you not come in at that critical time and said, "Hey Dave, when's the show start?"
Dave, I think you should stop calling me Rodney, and I think you should start referring to me as simply Messiah.
Right. Well, we like people that do voiceover. I like people that do voiceover because I've always had a penchant for it ever since I worked in the voiceover industry, made enough money to survive and retire. I don't really have to, go back and work for some homosexual art director anymore. So, it's fun to talk to people that are still in the business. Yeah, but I'm not like really rich people like Nancy Cartwright, who I met in 1977, by the way. Nancy Cartwright, who made $60 million impersonating a little boy. I don't need to do that. Okay, let's change the subject.
Hey, Dave, what about all these pictures of you and Hoppy floating around on the interwebs?
I'm actually going to take the picture of me in the picture with Hoppy and actually blow it up as one of my posters. We're going to have the picture of me. I thought I looked great. I'd driven like 4 or 5 hours in heavy traffic across the Cross Bronx Expressway before that picture was taken. And I had about enough diesel to choke a horse in my lungs at the time. And I got to tell you, I took a great picture with Hoppy. I think I look great in that picture. Have you seen the picture?
You're dynamite, man. But just, the whole, you got some guilt by association there.
No. You got to understand, I went out of my way to meet this young man who, he's about 5'1" or whatever. And I was shocked, and I honestly never would have even worried about his honesty and veracity until he showed me these medals at the dinner table. We were at a place, we had a burger, Sarah and I split a cheeseburger or something, and he showed me these medals that I said to Sarah later, he got those on eBay, and he expects me to believe that he came from the 101st Airborne. Remember when I said that? Are you seriously? Hey everybody, how you doing, my friend?
Did he at least pay for the meal, Dave?
No, he paid. We went Dutch. Or was it Danish? I'm not sure. But yeah, it was a wild meeting, and we will go out of our way to meet people, not knowing who they are, until, of course, we've done background checks like we did on you, Rodney. We're going to meet everybody we can.
You're right.
And, kind of like reach out and just touch somebody. And it turns out we touched a weirdo that liked to impersonate being a military guy and violate the Stolen Valor Act. Exactly, Michael Savage. Are you in here, Michael Savage? Right on, brother. Good for you. I'm not lying about my IQ. That's bizarre, Dylan. Dylan, you're not my son, by the way. Thank you. I'm getting rid of you. God.
Hello.
Oh, well, make no mistake about it. Let's be clear. Well, I don't know how that one got.
Hey, Dave, what time is the Black Fruit segment? I gotta take my dog out, so I want to.
Why don't you go back to whatever you were doing in the past, okay? Just go back to whatever you were doing in the past. All right.
Hello?
Yeah, you're still there, but just go back to whatever you were doing in the past. Yeah, go ahead. We need to open up the chat.
Why are you trying to get rid of me, man? Sarah looks really uncomfortable, yet hot at the same time right now. I'm not going to lie to you.
Hey, don't lie to anybody, buddy. Every woman likes to be seen as a beautiful woman. I mean, even gay guys like to be seen as beautiful guys, Rodney. So why don't you go meet some gay guys down the street and say, hey, you're looking good? Because obviously you can't really, engage with us here right now. Okay. Any other questions about politics, Rodney? Because we want to keep...
Dave, I'm a heartbeat away from being Sarah's husband. Don't ever fucking forget it, brother.
Dude, you're not even within 1,000 miles.
I'd open up a new window. That's how I would do it.
Okay.
All right, let's just leave it at that, Dave. I want you to think about that. Maybe I'll call you later.
All right, buddy. Thanks for calling. Take care. Bye. All right, that was wonderful. We're opening the calls because the guy's going to call and bother us anyway. David, you're sure uncomfortable about homosexual quickies. Dylan, I'm not like you. I'm not on Prozac and I don't want to hurt people. So why don't you go get some serious professional help and get back to us once you have your medication. I never believed Hoppy's medals. That's the whole point, Father Christmas. I'm not coming up with lies. I've never lied at all in this show. Why is it people don't understand me when I've been tested and have 185 IQ and it's in my CUME folder at my local high school, which I cannot legally pull out. I've tried. It's not possible. They lock it up. You yourself cannot have access to your CUME folder. I could have a Senate subcommittee get access to my CUME folder. I do not ridicule blacks. I've never ridiculed blacks. Impersonating blacks is not ridicule. You have decided to call and label everything I do ridicule, and it's not. I'm a comedic genius. I'm now the most funny person on earth. After Robin Williams has killed himself, allegedly, I now move into number one position. And I'm not a comedian. I'm not a stand-up comedian. I'm a sit-down comedian. A guy who wants to preserve his body, doesn't want to get hemorrhoids, who standing up can be very dangerous on your rectum. Okay. Yes, for the win. Thank you. Another laughter coming out of the... Yeah, so Rob Williams faked his death, or what? Was his wife there? Is the truth that his wife was in the house even being brought up? Because he may have died while his wife was in the house. She may have the best motive because Robin Williams had a number of affairs. We all know that women who have, anger, jealousy issues could very likely kill somebody and garrote them and then string them up in a closet and slash their wrists, kind of, like make it look like a... We can do both, but I'm not ridiculing through impersonation. You don't hear me going around saying, now this is what a black guy sounds like, and then doing a black guy sound. I slip into it seamlessly because I'm an artist. Hey, the reason your blackface works so well is that black people have a huge distance between their upper lip and nose. You're so obsessed with my upper lip and nose, it's bizarre. This tossing Dave salad, all he talks about...
Do I have a short distance?
You have a short distance, I have a long distance. If we had...
I have a broad smile and I have a high smile line.
If we had a kid, they'd have a perfect lip. Well, your lip is perfect. People are saying my lip is too big. I have a stiff upper lip. I have a stiff upper lip. I can't make it go away. I can now soon that lip will be disappearing because most of the time I will be smiling in the coming months. And the worse our country gets, the more you're going to see me smile. All right? There's no chat. I don't know why gas chat was off on Monday, man.
I just forgot to turn it on.
Sarah was very busy. Yeah. I was accused of being an albino Negro at one point in my life, but no, I'm not. And this is why I'm perfect for the blackface video. I actually have what appears to be Negroid features. I know that sounds really weird for me saying it, being I'm not a lizard person. No. I will not have guest chat off on Monday, I promise you. Well, the word is, in the old days, people were Caucasoid, and there were Negroids. These are not N-words, folks. These were actually identifying terms used in textbooks for years. So please don't overreact to my statement. It is. It's... Jenny. Wow. Yeah. Jenny, are you the long-lost transgender we haven't heard from yet? Jenny? Jenny. Oh, Jenny. I love you, Jenny. Jedi, how are you? Are you like a Forrest Gump character? Who are you, Jedi? Jedi.